Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Michelle Cooper, and I am so incredibly honored to introduce to you somebody that you probably know. If you know me, you've heard me talk about Chantelle Adams. I was so incredibly blessed last year to meet Chantelle and go through an amazing process with her as part of Shine Live and Center Stage, and I would say she has become one of my top motivators and inspiration, and one of my top coaches, favorite ever, and can't imagine not working with her throughout the course of my career, because she helps me grow and she always seems to provide the next step for me. So thank you, Chantelle, for joining us. It's amazing. Chantelle is so much about helping women get their brave on in life and business. She definitely walks the walk, talks the talk. She's all about courage. The minute I think of courage, I think of Chantelle. And she has faced her fears and continues to face her fears. And when I thought about who to bring to Storm, because courage is a huge part of it for me, I realized that last year, that I needed to be courageous to do the things I wanted to do. And it's like, Chantelle courage, like it's just there. So welcome, Chantelle.
Oh, I love you so much. What a beautiful introduction, and just sitting over here beaming. I don't even know if you can see me, but yes, thank you for that. And it's been such an honor to watch your growth and transformation from the time that we started working together and connected out of the blue, basically, and then you jumping in, and really that was an act of huge courage to just jump in with this crazy lady that you didn't really know. Trust that I was going to deliver.
Right? Like I remember a phone conversation, I think, where I was like, I don't have a story. And you're like, everyone has a story, my friend.
Trust me. Yes. Yes. Absolutely. So just so honored to, and yes, I mean, courage and speaking and stories and diving into the fears behind everything that's holding us really captive, and playing small and staying small. I mean, that's huge, to be able to tap into that and to rewrite those lies into truths, and really move forward with courage is going to take you to that next level. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So tell us a little bit about you and your business.
Absolutely. So I started my business, actually came out of jumping out of an airplane, deciding that I was going to face all my fears. And that was kind of the catalyst when I chose to face one of my biggest fears. Jumped out of that airplane, fell 10,000 feet to raise money to build a school in Nicaragua. And that started what was called the Courage Revolution. And from the Courage Revolution, as all great things happen, it started to evolve. And I realized that I had been speaking for 5 years professionally, and I loved working with women entrepreneurs, heart-based women who have a story to share with the world. And so then I jumped into a center stage and created a way for women to be able to get clear on their story, to really find their voice and have the confidence and courage to share it on stage. And it's evolved from there into this beautiful business that has come again full circle. I went into the direction of more storytelling and more speaking and providing those services for women in business. And now it's coming full circle back to courage, and with the Courage Collective now in full force, and really helping women in all areas of their life, not just in business, because I really believe we need to have those courageous conversations and be able to speak our truth in every area of our life and get out there and live, right? Live fully. As we're building these businesses, myself included, we can get stuck into like the shoulds and the way that it is, and we can get stuck in the success path that we have been following, and it takes so much courage to change course and to follow what truly is calling to you in this moment, and to create what I call aligned abundance is really coming down to have the courage to say yes to what it is that you truly know you're meant to be doing in the world. So that has all come in this like beautiful 3-year journey And it's been amazing to watch it unfold, and never could have dreamed it.
Right? And I think like the way you said, it's not just about business, right? Because if I think about my own experience, right, a lot of it started with business, right?
Yes.
But because we're friends now, but so my personal life, my family life took a really courageous turn, right? And so thinking about just the thought of moving my family to another part of the world and starting to live life differently, I never, ever would have considered that. That to me, even though I'm a traveler at heart, would have seemed like an impossible thing to do with 3 kids, right?
Absolutely.
And not even an option. And so, I can remember thinking, at Shine, like, I wonder if I could do that, right? Like, I wonder if I could move my family to Mexico and live there. And then I met Caitlin, like Caitlin Patchett was sitting like right beside me, right? And she live in Mexico. And I'm like, what? Right? And she was from Powell River, and I know girls from roller derby from Powell River. And so we got talking, and it was just like these like divine moments of connection and courage, right? And like taking somebody else's really courageous thing and going, oh, it might be possible for me, right?
Absolutely. And I think what's so beautiful is the moment that I release, I wrote my fear list, which is basically what you just did. You're like, wait a minute. It's those moments of like, could I do that? Right? And that like calling within you, that's like inspiration. I know it's inspiration. It's that download of like, this is where I need to go. And then being open to the possibilities and leaning into the action of courage. And then it's amazing how opportunities just unfold, the right connections, the right people, the right things that show you the way, right? So it's just so beautiful, so beautiful. And I got goosebumps head to toe when you were saying that, because how cool is it that like 6 months later or whatever it is, you're making it happen. Like you're doing it.
And like how fast is that, right?
Totally.
Seriously, that was September and it's March and we're going in June.
Yes.
So like, I feel like I'm on like the lightning train.
And one act, and like one act of courage, like I really believe this. So you had to step into courage to say yes to working with me in Center Stage Live, because it was a big investment. Then that courage and just saying, I am worth this. I am ready to share my story. I'm ready to do this, right? That propelled you into a different energy zone. I really believe that. And then one act of courage, then showing up at Shine Live and then saying yes to that dream. And then these acts of courage, they build, right? And they lead you to the next opportunity and the next opportunity that, again, a lot of times, you don't even have the understanding of what could be. And it's this beautiful unfolding, right? So just taking that one step.
It is. And it's like, it's amazing. Like I love Gabrielle Bernstein, and she talks about miracles all the time.
Yes.
And I, for years I read her books and was thinking, like a miracle? What? Like that seems crazy. How am I going to get a miracle? But I look at all these things last year as miracles, right? Like I invested, what was a big sum of money into Center Stage for me at the time.
Yes.
And took a leap, right? And through that made an incredible connections, right? I showed up in places that I might not have been totally comfortable in showing up, and stood up and was like, that's me, I'm here, right?
You danced in the flash mob.
I totally did, right? I was petrified of doing that, right? And so those little courageous actions, you're right, they build, right? And they lead to these other inspired little miracle moments. So
absolutely.
Yes, thank you. Just amazing. And then from my courageous action and people seeing that, I know I personally inspired others.
Absolutely.
Right? And so I had people who were like, what is going on in your life? Like, how do I get some of that? What Kool-Aid are you drinking? Right?
Yeah.
And it was like, Chantelle's Kool-Aid, go get a big glass, right? Like,
Love it.
Really good. So what excites you about Storm?
From the moment you shared it, I was like, oh, like goosebumps head to toe, because it's about the experience. And I love that it's the storm. It's like the darkness, the like we're going deep.
Yeah.
So it's not just this experience where we're going to come, we're going to learn, and we're going to, everyone's happy and everything's good.
Right.
We're going to have that too. We're going to have that too. But it's like real transformation happens when we are willing to go deep, and when we're willing to open up to the darkness, to the shadow parts of ourselves, to the fears, instead of just everything's fine, I'm fine, I'm in my little lane, and we get busy and we don't allow ourselves to like go to the places that we need to go to truly transform, to truly crack open, to truly step into what we're meant to do, because there are these subconscious things, there are these layers to us that have kept us playing small, just like me with fear. I didn't realize how fearful I was until a moment where I was woken up, in losing a dear friend. And in that, looking back at like 30 years, thinking I was pretty successful, I had the white picket fence type life, things were fine, things were good. But underneath everything were these fears that actually were keeping me from really following the calling I was meant to follow. And so in then allowing myself to go to the darkness and allowing myself to be uncomfortable and to sit with the fears and the struggle, where normally I would just be like, everything's okay, let's just keep moving on. That's where everything transformed for me. And that's what I see Storm doing, is becoming this event where we're given permission to sit with the darkness, to sit with the struggle, to sit in that space, so that we can then completely let go and move forward.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, and that was really the inspiration behind it, right? Because we can learn so much and we can absorb all this information, but unless we're willing to sit in that really uncomfortable place, it's limiting, right? Mm-hmm. And I learned that, even something like in center stage, I was like, not in a place personally where I felt like getting on stage and standing up there, right? Mm-hmm. And I had like a breakdown moment in the pool with, a group of women where I was like, I don't belong here. Like, you guys are so amazing. I'm not. And, but sitting there, right? Mm-hmm. And they were like, no, don't push this away. Like, we're going to do this right now. Right. And it was so incredibly transformative.
And that's what I think you're providing with Storm, is not only like the experience and the space, but a beautiful circle of women. Yeah. And the speakers, the people that you brought in to help facilitate this, but also the other women that are going to say yes to this journey, are going to be the women that are going to be there to support each other in that transformation.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Because every one of my center stage sisters, they all had their own like recording in their head going.
Absolutely.
Right? And like the things that we went through together, it's like a bond we share now, right? Mm-hmm. We giggle and we laugh. Remember when this happened? Oh my God. But you can't break that, right? It's a shared transformation. It's a shared experience. Many amazing women that I call friends, but also inspire me, and are incredible human beings, have worked with you, right? Mm-hmm. And in one form or another. And, so for me, you were like a no-brainer to be there. Right?
Thank you.
So what are you bringing to Storm? What is the awesomeness that comes along with Chantelle?
Yeah, so really coming back to, which is, the story work, but also taking it that depth and being able to, I have this ability to craft a story, but I also have an ability to deconstruct a story. And when I first started the Courage Revolution, I did Courage Igniter sessions, and I haven't done them for 3 years. And what is beautiful is you're bringing this back out in me. And I remember getting on the call with people for just even 15 minutes. And I had one lady say, I have been to therapist after therapist after therapist for years. And in 15 minutes, you cracked open exactly what was holding me back. Yeah. And so this ability to kind of see beyond the surface of what's going on and to actually get to the root of the fears and the things, the stories, the beliefs that are really holding you back from taking courageous action in your life, in any area of your life or business. And so we're going to get behind the fears. We're going to dig into them. We're going to look at the stories, where these fears are coming from. We're going to build a case against them. We're going to sit with them, really feel them, and then be able to let them go, change them into new truths, and then be able to create a courageous plan from that to move forward, to get into action. Because I really believe action is the thing that's going to help you to overcome. Right? So we're going to sit there, we're going to feel, we're going to unfold, we're going to peel back the layers, we're going to look into those fears and what's causing them, and then rewrite them and get into the truth of those stories and really embodying that, and then create that courageous plan to move forward.
Ah. Oh my God. Oh my God. And what do you feel that the people who come to Storm are going to leave with?
So when I look at all the women that you've gathered and the powerful, from the movement pieces, like embodying that transformation, to like the art and, the creativity aspect of it, to the women that I know and love that are going to be doing, Joy and Jack, they're going to bring their brilliance in so many different ways, that it's about that I'm going to stir some stuff up. Right? And we're going to and then there's other people who are going to bring in other transformational ways to express it, to feel it, to move through it, and to really, truly let things go. And so kind of the team that you've created is this dynamite team that all brings different aspects of the same, ability to crack you open and to help you to see the light, through the darkness, and to embrace all of you as whole. So what I really feel like is, I think it's going to blow our freaking minds. And I don't actually have words for what I think is going to happen, because I can feel like transformation is the key, but like on such a deep, powerful level, that I think people coming into this are going to just be blown away with the fact that I'm coming in as one person, I'm leaving as someone different, but totally me. So what I truly feel to say that is, we're coming in with all of our layers of society, of stories, of negative beliefs about ourselves, of this persona of who we think we need to be in the world. And we're going to leave completely whole as who we are. Yeah. And ready to accept that, love it, and shine. So that's the piece of coming in and then shedding all that crap and really tuning into this is me. Yeah. Watch out, world. This is me. And I'm coming for you.
Right? It feels, like you guys were all there when I had the vision of this and, kind of talked it out kind of thing. But it feels electrifying to me. It feels like a storm, right? It feels like that feeling in the air, but it's magical, right? Absolutely. And I can't wait to see what happens after, right? I can't wait to see what unfolds for people, because having gone through my own experience, I'm just oh my God, you can't even imagine the places that stuff like this takes you.
Well, and that's what I think is so beautiful, and why it's hard to articulate what I feel people will actually get, because I feel like you're going to get exactly what you need, each person, right? And beyond what you could even dream. Right. Because even my journey that I shared at the beginning, there's no way I could have dreamt what I'm doing right now. 3 years ago, I couldn't have envisioned what I'm creating. Right. It wasn't there for me yet, but it was the courageous catalyst, the courageous choices that changed me and created, I stepped into the person I meant to be. And in that unfolding, then everything is played out how it's meant to be, right? So I just feel like this is going to be such a catalyst for people.
Yeah, absolutely. Because you can't imagine, like, you don't have the vision like that far in advance that you can even imagine. Like, you think you know, but you don't know, right?
And I think there's something even more beautiful, right, than we could even dream of, that's just waiting for us to step up and say yes, and take those one action after another to lead us there. So yeah, that's beautiful.
Oh my God. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to
Of
share
course.
with everyone the awesomeness that is you, but also what of this event and what you bring, and just your words are incredible. So I really appreciate it. And if as I always say, there's one person that needs to see this video, because there's that one person that needs to be there. It's not about the masses, it's about the one. And I learned that from you. And so I always speak to my one.
Love it.
Always. So if you are out there watching this video and you think that this is for you, or you think that you know someone that this is for, then share it with them. And as always, contact me. Any of the coaches that are involved in this event are happy to chat with you about it. And let's get you at Storm.
Absolutely. It's going to be amazing. And you are amazing. And thank you for having the vision of this event. And as soon as I saw the first graphic and just heard the vision, I was like, hello, how can I be a part of this? Because it is going to be magic. So I'm so honored to be a part of it, and so grateful. And it's like that proud mama moment to see all of these Center Stage Live women. Like, you guys are creating massive movements and incredible work. And this is one event that I know is going to change lives. So if you are thinking about it, yeah, reach out to me, reach out to anybody. You know, we'll be there to support you and help you make that decision.
Absolutely. Thank you, Chantelle.
Thank you.
Everybody have a great day.